tonight I wanted to talk to you about social studies pages 400 through 405. You need your book. Trading with the world. Well, this is really important for right now. This is going to be contemporary information for you because the U.S. is currently still trading with the world, but the stock market recently went down, which is just stocks and trades and market sales. But what this chapter is talking about is actual goods. So workers loading goods onto a plane, a ship, semi-haulers like some of our students' dads do for work. So we're getting things from other countries. If you remember talking before, a lot of things that we purchase are made in China or Taiwan, countries that are currently affected by the coronavirus. And those, I don't know if the items brought the virus or if it's humans or both, but anyway, in trading with other countries, we have made money and lost money as a country. So our words are international trade, import, and export. So to import is to bring in, to export is to send out. Many products that people buy come from places outside their community. Goods may come from other communities. They may come from other states or even other countries. Most of the time, we get from other countries because it's cheaper, depending on each other. People in different places are interdependent. They depend on one another for resources and products. For example, people who live in a cold climate cannot grow fruit outside in winter. What does that remind you of? Something in reading class we did. Yeah, cocoa ice. So we've already even covered this in another subject. So in cocoa ice, the girls couldn't have fruit in one climate and they couldn't have ice in the other. So they traded and bartered. If they want fruit in the cold climate, they often buy it from the people who grew it in the warmer climate. How do they get it? Well, the goods have to be moved. Trucks, ships, trains, and airplanes move goods from place to place. On rivers, not very far from my house, barges often move goods. A barge is a large, flat boat. Improvements in transportation have made more trade possible. Today, fruits can be shipped so quickly that they are still fresh when they arrive. Keeping goods refrigerated or cool also allows goods to be moved over long distances. Better transportation has also made more international trade possible. This is the buying and selling of goods between countries. So in Mexico, it's warm enough that they can cultivate and harvest sugar. We cannot cultivate nor harvest sugar in America because it's not hot enough. Now, sometimes it's hot, but it is not consistently hot enough. So we import sugar from Mexico, okay? And things that Mexico needs, like chicken and rice, we export to them. They purchase them from us. There's a picture of a container ship here. China shipping line. The containers are these big steel boxes. They can be up to 40 foot long. That's the same as a school bus's length. And they can be full of all sorts of things you get at the store. All right. Important worldwide exports. So I just kind of touched on this, but this map has got even more. Some things that are traded: beef, cars, fruit, clothing, coal, coffee, corn, diamonds, electronics, oil, rice, ships, steel, tea, timber, which is another word for wood, toys, and wheat. I'll let you pause the video and look at the map and see all the things we get from the other countries. All right, if you're back to me now, where do goods come from? Each day, imports from all over the world arrive in the U.S. An import is a good brought into one country from another. Like the U.S., most countries buy at least something from another country. So I know that we buy cars, All of our Apple products are made overseas, as well as our Google products over in China and Japan. A lot of your clothing, start looking at the tags or at the bottom. It'll say made in China, made in Taiwan. A lot of things come from Indonesia, which is several different countries. They mine for diamonds in Africa as well as in Arkansas, but there are more in Africa. South America, we get coffee because it's hot there. We're along the equator. We also make cars in the U.S. We used to make a lot more cars in Detroit than we do now. We do also make electronics and ship out steel. We're one of the only places that can grow corn. Our climate is just right and our dirt is just right. And in Arkansas, our main two exports are, well, actually there's three: chicken, rice, and bauxite. Bauxite is in our science book. I'll explain that to you in the video after this. It's a mineral. So Arkansas has got some pretty good quality items shipping out that other countries and even other states need. All right, I'm right here. The U.S. also sends exports to other countries. An export is a good shipped from one country to another. Many businesses make money selling exports to other countries. And there's a little toy there. I bet most of your toys and gadgets came from another country. Sometimes you see made in USA stickers or tags or labels on things because people want things that are made in the United States. They want to keep their money and their taxes here in the U.S. instead of paying out other countries. Countries import and export many products. The U.S. exports computers to countries around the world. It imports newsprint paper from Canada to make newspapers, which is kind of a dying business, so I bet they're not purchasing as much anymore. Japan and other countries export automobiles, so a Toyota or a Mitsubishi or a Yamaha, those are all made in Japan. The U.S. exports many of the cars and trucks that they make, so a Dodge, a Ford, a Chevy. Some countries are known for large exports of one product. Like China, its main export is tea. It's also rice. In fact, Arkansas is only second to China in exporting rice. There's a little bit about volunteering and giving your time to others, if you'd like to check that out. But that's all I have for social studies for today. See you later.